Hi, and welcome to Astral Messages. My name is Angela, and I will be bringing through guided messages for the sign of Capricorn today. Thank you for being here. These messages are for the collective, so I encourage you to tap into your intuition during these reads and to discern what resonates for you and your personal journey. If this reading resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. So let's get started. I am filming this on the 11th of July, so we've just had here in the Southern Hemisphere the full moon in Capricorn, the buck moon. And interesting for me, I've always had the day after, so we have obviously the full moon on the 10th, and I always feel it heavier on the day after, so the 11th, so today. So I felt really drawn to do the Capricorn read today. I feel this may be because I'm based in the Southern Hemisphere and we are all connected, and we obviously tap into the collective, and 90% of the population is in the Northern Hemisphere. So I think that's why I always feel the energy is stronger the day after the full moon. Be interesting to see if you sense that, if you're also from the Southern Hemisphere. Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, we'll just jump on in and see what energy is going on for Capricorn. Start off with some oracle cards. For the strongest energies for the sign of Capricorn, please, Spirit. Strongest energies for the sign of Capricorn, please, and thank you. You. Okay, let's have a look. We have Archangel Gabriel, balance. We also have Archangel Gabriel again, grace. And we also have Archangel Jophiel, forgiveness. Oh, this is very interesting. So the energies are kicking off. There's some sort of shift, especially with this full moon, that is creating some balance in your world. And you're asking, the Spirit is asking for some grace during this time, because this may require some forgiveness. Whether this is for forgiveness for self or for others, we will find out. It is usually a combination of both, let's be honest. But this is very interesting energy. Feels very powerful. Makes sense with, we do have a very powerful full moon collectively at the moment for the sign of Capricorn. So let's dive on it, get some more clarifiers. Strongest energy, please, Spirit, for the sign of Capricorn. For the sign of Capricorn, please. Strongest energies. Okay, thank you. So we have guardianship. We also have bond. Interesting energy. Pisces energy. We also have limitless. Interesting. So I'm getting a couple of energies from this. So this may pertain a soul bond, a soul connection here, whether that be twin flame, soulmate, friends, family. There may be a connection, and with this connection there may need to be some forgiveness too with this connection. What I'm strongly feeling is that whatever this is about here with this connection, it's highly protected with this guardianship energy. Because this connection here feels very powerful. Sometimes we have soul connections that come into our lives that help support our growth, our mission, I'm hearing, because this is a card of limitless. This is being open to all possibilities. This is expansion beyond your wildest dreams. And I feel there could be potentially a connection coming in or returning, or this it's an interesting energy with that bond that may support you in your mission, in your purpose here. Fascinating. Capricorns tend to be very independent. There may be, it's interesting to see what else comes out in the tarot, but collaboration even. But forgiveness. Let's just see how this plays out, eh? Let's have a look at your energy. I'm going to do my version of the Celtic Cross. Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and thank you, Spirit. Strongest energies for the sign of Capricorn. So with this full moon, there is a lot of releasing. So maybe there's a release that balances things out, that brings in something new. There, it does feel feels interesting. Let's have a look. Strongest energies, please, for the sign of Capricorn. All right, the bottom of the deck. Ooh, the devil. This is your sign, Capricorn. Don't be alarmed. The devil is not the devil. It can be obsession. It can be quite heavy energy, but with it showing up in your spread. It's interesting because it's right next to the Seven of Swords. So this does have some devilish energy, shall we say. Some overthinking, some focusing on, I'm hearing what's gone wrong. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look. Your current energy, the Queen of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. So this is very stable, independent, nurturing energy. Feels very grounded, very balanced, which is lovely energy. Capricorn. Let's see what your challenge is. Temperance. Patience. Capricorn are known as not the most patient, very determined, but not necessarily patient. I'm also getting balance, because this is also what was being called with your oracle card. Grace and balance is your challenge. Interesting. what you're aware of, what's in your focus. The Chariot, victory, movement. Could also be travel. What you don't see, the Knight of Cups. This is very loving energy. This also could be external energy coming towards you, a message. Okay, so you don't see this coming. What's influencing this spread? The Seven of Cups. Confusion, illusion, options. No, it feels more like that real unclear energy. So that's interesting. What's coming in the future? The King of Wands, King of Action. A lot of passion as well. What's coming towards you? The Page of Pentacles. So this is potentially, especially with the Knight of Cups being here that you don't see, a message coming in. This is about communication. This is a small offer, connection. This may be a message of, hey. It is small, but it is a pentacle, so it is of worth, of value. Your advice, the Nine of Cups, my goodness. Wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. We'll have to clarify more on that, but I feel that is just that focus on wish fulfillment. I'm also hearing allow the wish fulfillment to come in, because you are limitless. Maybe this is that new energy that you are not used to. But let's see the potential outcome. Oh my goodness, the Star. This is healing, but this is also the second wish fulfillment card in the deck. So healing, wish fulfillment, dreams coming true, miracles happening. It's interesting with this card. It's like two people coming together, creating. So that collaboration that I was picking up on, also because we have that bond card here, where there may be someone else that supports your dreams, supports your purpose, whatever that looks like. But there is a coming together. Interesting energy. Okay, let's get some clarifiers on this. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Okay. We have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Interesting. Also interesting because we have this bond card, right? And we were talking about two people coming together. This is potentially when two of the same suit, King and Queen, that divine counterpart. Now, soulmates can be so many different things, not just romantic. So if that's not what you think's coming in, it could be a business partner. It could be a friend. It could be someone in your community, family. There's so many different connections and soul connections that we encounter in this lifetime. So be open to receiving this, because there is something coming in, potentially a strong bond with another that has a massive influence on your work and monetary situation. So maybe it is something, there's a collaboration here that supports your goals and dreams. This is the 10 of Pentacles. This is the 8 of Pentacles. This is work, what you do, what you spend your time mastering. This is also abundance, financial, but also that stability within self. And when we are in alignment with our purpose, we feel home within ourselves. We feel in alignment. And that is sometimes worth more than the monetary side of things. Because we have inner peace, inner happiness, doing something that we love. So this is beautiful. So this is where we're in the Queen of Pentacles energy, feeling very grounded. You may also be on a mission to pursue goals, dreams, that 10 of Pentacles, which is that end result. Interesting. So let's have a look at your challenge with the Temperance here. Have a look at the Temperance. What's our Temperance, please, Spirit? Okay, we have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Potential manifestation. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so we have the World. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands and the 3 of Wands. So with the World, it's interesting with this full moon in Capricorn, there does feel like there is an ending and a new beginning. Maybe starting a new energetic chapter. This may be linked with that pursuing of goals. You're starting in a new direction. Because there is that full moon that I'm getting with this World card as well. And the King of Wands is taking action, moving towards this new beginning. With the 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands, there is an energy of patience here, because you are working with that 8 of Pentacles towards your 10 of Pentacles, your goals, your aspirations, your mission. But there requires some patience here. This is waiting for her ships to come in. There is a moment of waiting. And in that, you may feel a sense of lack, a sense of loss, a sense of why isn't it here yet? But you are moving in the right direction. So the challenge here may be patience. And remain balanced while you are working towards your 10 of Pentacles. Because at the end of the day, you have the star as your outcome. Wish fulfillment is here. Whatever that looks like for you. And we have wish fulfillment twice. So let's have a look at the Chariot. Why is the Chariot here? For the sign of Capricorn. Why is the Chariot here? So we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Cups, the Strength. We also have the Temperance again, and flew over here, Death. Interesting. So there is major transformation here. The wheel is turning in your favor. I'm also getting luck is on your side. Seeing their Moonology card. So even though you may be feeling a little bit disappointed, potentially, because you're having to wait with this Temperance card here, things are changing. The Death. This is an ending, yes, but I'm feeling more that transformation energy. I believe with you moving in this new direction towards your goals, your aspirations, your 10 of Pentacles, whatever that looks like, it requires change within self for the external to look different. And there's a lot of strength here. I'm also feeling with these cards that this is also destiny. There's a sense of inner knowing that with the Chariot being the victory card, that this will be successful. Whatever it is that you are working towards. This will be successful. You know it in your heart. There's just this inner knowing. And I'm getting that with the Strength card. And I feel very much that you are taming that ego, those self-doubt that pops up. Because remember at the bottom of the deck here is that this Devil energy, which is Capricorn energy, but it was with the Seven of Swords. That's the self-sabotage, doubt energy at the bottom of this whole spread. But there's a sense of you overcoming that. A strong sense that you know that there will be victory in this situation. You don't know how. There's the Four of Cups. Sometimes it's like waiting. See her face. She's like, when's this going to come in? I know it's coming in. I can feel it's coming in. But there's that patience. You know, you can feel, sense this wheel is turning. Something is changing in your favor. It's just not here yet. But there is a sense of knowing that victory, because this is in your focus. You know this will work out. You know this will be successful. You know that even about this connection, maybe you can feel it coming, or you know that help is on its way. So this is interesting energy, Capricorn. Let's have a look at the Seven of Cups being the influence to this energy. Let's look at the Seven of Cups, please, for Capricorn. Okay. Nine of Swords at the bottom, which is a little bit of stress. Here's that Devil energy we were talking about. It's Capricorn energy. And here is the strength, you overcoming this. Because with the Seven of Cups, it's not really knowing where this will lead. There's no certainty of knowing what is in each cup. This is a different tarot. So the images in a different one is like, there's one cup that's full of snake and there's other that's full of jewels and all sorts of things. So there's a little bit of the unknown here that's really influencing this whole read, where it feels like you are moving into the unknown, but there is this sense of, I won't even say confidence, but it's because it's not that this doesn't exist. It feels like you're in, you know it exists, this self-doubt, maybe a little bit of fear, but you have it on lockdown almost. You know, there's this deep knowing, this intuitive deep knowing that even though you're diving into the unknown, and it may take some time, there's no, it's on divine timing. So a lot of people don't like hearing divine timing because they're like, when's that? Can you give me a time and a date? Soz, there is none. It is just divine timing. It will come when it needs to come. And so there's this strength in taming the ego that will take you off path, or being stalemated by our fears, our doubts. But you have this under wraps. You have the strength to keep pursuing down the path of the unknown. Wow, that's beautiful energy, and it feels the energy of grace. Almost unfazed, moving towards something with this faith almost that things will be victorious. And how that will look, the universe will always provide, right? So this is beautiful energy. Let's have a look at what you don't see coming, which is this Knight of Cups. Can you please clarify the Knight of Cups, please, Spirit? What is this? The Sun. My goodness. Knight of Cups. You don't see coming. What is this Knight of Cups? Okay. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Change is on its way. You don't see it coming, hence probably because you're sitting here challenged with this Patience card. But change is on its way. The Death card is that transformation, remember? Change as well. But Sun, this is the happiest card in the deck. This is also illumination, clarity. Because what seems to be coming in is the Page of Wands. Again, it's that communication, but this is also receiving good news. And the Ace of Swords, again, a communication card, but also with the Sun, it's clarity. So to me, this could potentially be, especially with a lot of communication cards, someone coming in with some good news that helps you, whatever you're working on, it supports it in some way, whether this be a job opportunity, collaboration, a connection, whatever you're working towards, you're receiving some good news. This is beautiful. And with the Wheel of Fortune popping out quite a bit here, because that's that destiny change, we can sometimes sense when, and that's what I'm kind of getting with this energy, where you're able to tame that fear and self-doubt because there's just this sense or knowing that things are going to turn in your favor. You don't know how, when, which is that Temperance being in your challenge, but you can sense it's going to shift in some way, shape, or form. So this is beautiful. Let's have a look at this Page of Pentacles, another communication card coming towards you. Can you please clarify the Page of Pentacles for the sign of Capricorn, please, Spirit? Wow. So Page of Cups, again, another sign of communication. The Knight of Cups, so these two communication, what you don't see coming and what's coming towards you, are very much linked. So again, another communication card. The Tower, my goodness, you do not see this coming at all, hence it being in this. And the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, which is in your advice. Don't be put off by the Tower. The Tower can sometimes just be a sudden surprise. You didn't see it coming. Boom, here it is. And it's a sudden shift. It doesn't always mean that it's, because sometimes people associate the Tower with bad things, bad sudden shocks, but this feels with the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups, this is sudden blessings, miracles. This is beautiful energy. I can actually pull another card on the Tower, please. Please clarify the Tower for the Sun of Capricorn. And there you have the Eight of Wands, which is fast moving energy, hence the Tower. And we have the Five of Wands. Maybe it comes in so suddenly, unexpected, quickly, that you may have some form of resistance and inner conflict with this Five of Wands. Let's have a look to see what the Five of Wands is here. Can you clarify the Five of Wands, please? Interesting. So this sudden wish fulfillment with the Star being here, we've got the Ten of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. So this is a wish fulfillment coming in, but it feels burdensome. Interesting, because I'm getting drawn to these oracles. And with the Six of Pentacles, that's a card of balance. So maybe this sudden wish fulfillment that's coming in, because remember, you're being asked to move with grace. And interestingly, forgiveness. You're needing to move with grace and find forgiveness. Now, what this forgiveness is, because this is beautiful energy that's coming in. The Knight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, it's sudden, it moves quickly, but it creates some sort of conflict and becomes a little bit burdensome because you're needing to find balance and grace. And I'm hearing forgiveness, but it's interesting, I haven't really... Let's dive into this forgiveness, because it will require forgiveness of some sort, but I need to understand that a little bit more. Spirit, can you please clarify forgiveness here? Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Fascinating. What I'm getting strongly with this is to clarify forgiveness. We have the Strength. Now, as we've seen throughout this spread, the Capricorn energy has had a lot of fear, self-sabotage energy coming up. And what's influencing is because when we move into the unknown, our egos can really struggle with that. Being an earth sign, we need certainty, clarity, stability. So when we move into the unknown, it can make us very uncomfortable, and our egos can flare, and we can have a lot of fear, self-doubt, self-sabotage energy. I feel, and this is them cutting things off with the Queen of Swords, really, no, we're not going that way because nothing's guaranteed. And so we can, I think the forgiveness card is forgiveness of self, where in the past you haven't always been in control of that ego and you have allowed self-sabotage to impact or influence your wish fulfillment. But because you've worked so hard and done the inner work, and I feel like because this energy is so strong throughout this read, that is why the wish fulfillment is coming in. And there may be a sense of, why didn't I allow this in sooner? With the Nine of Pentacles, I'm also getting, because there could potentially be a collaboration. Maybe you've always done things on your own, Capricorn. Kind of slogged it out, don't need anyone, because there is so much unknown when you invite another energy, whether it be in business, whether it be in friendship, whether it be in romantic relationships. There's so much unknown that maybe you've always gone it alone. But there is a beautiful connection here that's going to support your wish fulfillment, your purpose, your mission, your direction in life, and you're actually finally allowing it in. So forgive yourself. That sometimes when we do the go it alone, don't need anyone else's help, that's a response of survival. Maybe you've been let down before, maybe you've been burnt, where now I feel like you've done the work, you've been doing the work, and you've been potentially waiting for some manifestations to come in. And I tell you, with this spread and these two outcomes of wish fulfillment, they are coming in. So let's have a look now at your guidance, being the Nine of Cups. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups for the sign of Capricorn. Please and thank you. Three of Wands. Okay. So the guidance here is, this is, as we said before, the energy of waiting for her ships to come in. Wish fulfillment is on the way. Victory is here. The Chariot again. Keep focused on your wish fulfillment, on victory. It's coming. It is 100% on its way, with the Star card being another wish fulfillment card in the potential outcome. So let's clarify the Star. Let's clarify the Star. Please and thank you. Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So that is that good news coming in, whatever that is for you. Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. 9-9, you might be seeing 9-9. I just saw 39-39. So that could also be an angel number that you may resonate with. So the outcome here is not only wish fulfillment, but it is healing. This is that stress and worry that you have been taming. I want to get another card actually for this 99 star, please. Wow, yeah, okay, so it is. Here is that Strength card again. We have the Five of Cups and the Eight of Cups. This is sorrow, loss, focusing on what has gone wrong, what has spilt. Eight of Cups is now moving away from this Nine of Swords, worry, stress, uncertainty. And even I'm feeling moving away from the Nine of Pentacles, thinking that you have to do it all on your own. There are soul tribe, but soul contracts that are coming into play here to help you. And I think you're finally letting go of that, yeah, I've got to do it all on my own. Because you don't. There is a beautiful energy coming in. Good news that is going to not only heal, but support your wish fulfillment. And it's because you have been taming that ego. This is beautiful energy. Let's have a quick look at the future energy with the King of Wands. We have the Seven of Cups, we have the Eight of Wands, and the Strength. Beautiful. The Strength card, honestly, has been throughout this read. You have been, just containing that ego, just almost working with that ego, going, I understand your fears. We're going this way anyway. The Eight of Wands with the King of Wands, it's taking action. You are now flying into the Seven of Cups, the unknown, without any breaks, is what I'm hearing, because you're taming that ego of fear, and you are now limitless. You are limitless because the ego, that fear, those doubts, they are not phasing you anymore, because this full moon is helping you release that. And yeah, Spirit is protecting your mission. This could be even a bond with Spirit. Maybe you just have such faith in the universe to catch you and to know that, well, they will support, Spirit will support you wherever you let go, even if it's into the wild unknown. You are fully supported, and there is victory. You don't know when that's going to come in, but there is victory ahead, and that is some beautiful energy, Capricorn. So with that, this is your reading. I wish you much love, light, and insight, and I will see you next time.